Yes. Uh, Now I will go to the Turbo C. Today we are going to do a hands-on of this C++, right? Now in your syllabus, last time we discussed about the syllabus, and we came to know that we are having the C++ as well as Java. So as I told you that two subjects are combined in your one subject. So that is what is had happened. So now that's why we have to go further, and immediately we have to start with the practical, because our the whole subject itself consists of our skill lab. Okay, so let's see. So in this particular case, once let me go for your C program first of all. So in C program, what we have done, uh, we include stdio.h, and then we also include something called as con.io.h, right? And let's say void main, and here we do something like clear the screen, then you put printf, let's say hello world like this, okay, and get ch is with the output. Now as I told you that this particular program is something like so simple one, the stdio.h. What is the meaning of stdio.h? Is nothing but standard input output. So previously there were no mouse printer like that, so only keyboard was your input device. So that's why keyboard is called as standard input device. Our monitor, if you see, it's a standard output device, right? So stdio.h. So once you are talking about stdio.h, so whatever you are going to print on the screen, so these functions are available in this particular method called as printf. So if you want to take some one of the variable, then there is one method or some a function called as scanf. So if I say that I want to input one integer value, so then this is how you these symbols or these functions you use in your C program, right? So consider now we are dealing with C program, and if I am going to save this particular file, right, as you are also aware of that we are not going to save anything in bin folder, because why bin contains only your bin contain only your binary or utilities, where you have got the compiler, linker, loader, executor. All these utilities are stored in bin directory, right? So you don't save anything inside your bin. So that funda or that fundamental things that we kept in our mind. And let's say now my division is E, any your division is can be anything, and my roll number is 65. So I create first this folder like this, and here I will save. Let's say I am saving this file as, let's say, hello.c. Now this is not at all C++. I am just telling you now, demonstrating you in case of C. Once we will complete C, then we will go for C++, right? So there are some advanced things that you should keep it in your mind, right? To maximize this, I will say F5. I will press F5 button. Now you can just see there is something called as option menu, and inside option menu there is something called as directory sub menu. This menu is again very important, as I told you, once you compile your C file, right, after compilation you should get obj file. Now what is obj file? I explain you, right? Obj file consists of linkage code. Now this linkage code is nothing but the hexadecimal values of your memory, right? So let's say I want to store this obj file in one folder, right? So that is something called as output directory. Where is my output directory? My output directory will be my folder only, E65. So this has to be changed correctly inside this particular directories. Then where is my source? My source file is also my e underscore 65. So in this case, what we are doing, we are having this include directories. Now include folder is important. As I shown you last time, include folder consists of all header files, stdio.h, con.h, any kind of dos.h, right? All kinds of header files are stored in include. So my path has to be the tc/include. And then library, as I told you, the library is again important. So that's why my directory is lib directory. This is also I have to mention. And output directory, as I told you, that once you compile the file, you will get exe file. Once you build your file, you will get .exe file. So obj file and exe file, they are getting stored in output directory. And I want that these two files along with my source code, it should get stored in my folder only. So that's why I have to give this path, right? So this is very, very important before doing compilation and execution. First, I will go to this particular directory, right? And then I will say, okay. So before, once I will save this, first of all, I will go to options. Again, I'm repeating, then directories, confirm that where you want this output directory. My e underscore 65. So my output directory has to be like this. So where I will get my obj file, compile the code, and I should get exe file, right? The build file. So these two things, and this source again I have to make it. After this, you go for the process called as compilation. So as I told you, I just compile the file, right? So I am getting zero warning, zero error, fine. So I should check first, where is my obj, right? Where is my obj? So as I told you that I have given the particular directory source, right? Output directory source as e underscore 65. So where I should go? I will go to file, and then I will go to DOS shell. I will go to the DOS shell. Here I will say cd dot dot change the directory, and I am now in C colon turbo C. Here I will go inside my folder e underscore 65. So cd, what is the command? Cd space e underscore 65. Here I will go, and here I will say dir. So a lot of files are there. I want to say search my file. So dir, I want to have h star dot star. So you can see here hello.c, then hello obj file is already been created, right? Now this hello.exe file, which is what, which is old file one. So there has to be one more, there has to be a previous program which was again called as hello.c. That's why it has been overwritten. The code is being overwritten. Now you can just see hello.exe file. This file I have not created now. You can see the date. This has been created in first, right, 2nd January 2020, right? In that, right, over there I have created this file. But now you can see hello.obj file. You can compare the dates, right? 20th August today, right, and today's time. So this is, here is the source code and here is the obj file. So exe file I have not created yet, right, but obj file I got it, right? Then again I will press exit. So exit, I will go again to the editor. Now what I will do, I am going to make the file. Now this making is the file. You can see in the dialog box, you will see here what you are making. You are creating the exe file. So this is pass 2. There are two phases, pass 1 and pass 2. Now here you are getting exe file, right? So let's check whether you have got the exe file or no. Again I will go to the DOS shell. CLS means clear the screen. Here I will check again dir h. My file name starts with h. Star means any contents after h. Dot star, any contents. So here you will see. Now you can see hello.exe. This file has been created. Now you can check the date and timing, right? This is 20th August. Now after 2 minutes, right, 2:13. Now this file has been created. Now this exe file is again very, very important, right, to get the exe file, and this is how you will get a exe file. Now I don't require a turbo C editor at all because I already got the exe file. Here I will just say hello, and you can see the output, right? So I have not given the command to execute a file, right, through the Turbo C editor. Not at all, not required. Once you got this exe file, you have to just give the command hello. That's it. Exe file is being automatically will run in your DOS prompt. See, again I am telling you, right? Okay, so I will say exit. Okay, from here also you can able to run it. You can go to the run, control F9. From here also you can see the same output, right? Or as I told you, again I will go to the DOS shell. Here I am CLS, clear the screen. Here I am having already hello.exe file. So here, if I am having .exe file, I don't require any kind of editor. Here see, I am running my program. Okay, again I come back to my directory. Fine. So again I will press EXIT. I am in now this mode, right? So I think, can you able to see this? Anybody? Aditya Patil?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आपको
Yes,
ये
sir.
मैंने टर्बो सी में जाके जो भी कुछ अभी बताया, डॉस प्रॉम्प्ट वगैरह, वो सब आपको दिखाई दिया इधर?
हाँ सर.
Very
Yes,
nice,
sir.
very nice. Okay, okay, very fine, very fine. So again now I will go over there. Okay, now as I told you that header files are very, very important. Okay, now what we will do, now I have already written one program, so I will press Alt F3 to close the current window. Now see, this is my very simple program for first.cpp, a very simple program, right? Now even though if I want to create, so let's create one more program, right? What is it, the structure of C++? Let's see, right? Here I will just say F5, so that to maximize the screen I will press F5. Okay, now here one header file has been included called as iostream.h. This iostream.h is very, very important in case of C++, right? And we are having this standard file called as con.io. What is con.io? Console input output. Console input output. Now what is the meaning of console? Console is nothing but a temporary memory available in your keyboard as well as in your monitor. टेम्पररी मेमोरी, हर एक पेरिफेरल डिवाइस के अंदर एक उसका खुद का रैम रहता है, ROM as well as RAM, because each peripheral device is having its own microcontroller. हर एक कीबोर्ड का खुद का कीबोर्ड कंट्रोलर रहता है, मॉनिटर का मॉनिटर कंट्रोलर रहता है, माउस का माउस कंट्रोलर रहता है, हर एक पेरिफेरल डिवाइस का उसका कंट्रोलर रहता है. एंड कंट्रोलर अगर बोला हम लोगों ने, तो कंट्रोलर के अंदर सब रहता है, रैम, रोम, एवरीथिंग. इट्स लाइक अ सिस्टम ऑन चिप, राइट? इट्स लाइक अ माइक्रो कंट्रोलर. तो हर एक माइक्रो कंट्रोलर जो रहता है, तो किधर रहता है? कीबोर्ड के अंदर उसका कंट्रोलर रहेगा, उसको बोलते हैं कंसोल, right? So I want to get a character from keyboard, get ch, get character from where? From a buffer of keyboard. Buffer यानी console, console यानी temporary memory. किसका? कीबोर्ड का. I want to clear the screen. What I'm clearing? I am clearing the console of monitor, the temporary memory of your monitor, not temporary memory of your PC. पीसी के अंदर का जो रैम है वो क्लियर नहीं करने का हम लोग को क्या करने का क्लियर? द कंसोल ऑफ मॉनिटर, द बफर, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं बफर ऑफ मॉनिटर, टेम्पररी मेमोरी ऑफ मॉनिटर. दैट्स व्हाई con.io, console input output.h, this header file is very, very important for us, right? If you consider the IO stream means input output streaming. What is the meaning of streaming? Streaming is nothing but a flow of data. फ्लो ऑफ डेटा. सी कैसे होता है? इफ यू कंसिडर द मेमोरी, रैम के अंदर डेटा आ रहा है, उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग इनपुट. रैम से डेटा बाहर जा रहा है, उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग आउटपुट. वेरी सिंपल, राइट? सो इन केस ऑफ सी लैंग्वेज, राइट, इन केस ऑफ सी लैंग्वेज व्हाट वी हैव टेकन, scanf मींस व्हाट? रैम के अंदर डेटा ले लो. किधर से डेटा ले लो? कीबोर्ड से डेटा ले लो. जस्ट टेक अ इनपुट फ्रॉम कीबोर्ड टू रैम. रैम के अंदर डेटा आ रहा है, उसका मतलब इनपुट है. प्रिंट एफ, रैम से डेटा बाहर जा रहा है, किधर जा रहा है, बाहर मीन्स व्हाट, ऑन मॉनिटर, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज आउटपुट. सो इफ द डेटा इज फ्लोइंग आउट ऑफ दिस रैम, रैम के बाहर जा रहा है तो आउटपुट. If the data is coming inside the RAM, it is called as input. That's it. Very simple, fundamental. And this is nothing but a streaming operation. Streaming का मतलब क्या है? The flow of data. Where the data comes, किधर से किधर आ रहा है? Where is the source and destination? Source है मेरा कीबोर्ड, right? RAM is my destination. So कीबोर्ड से डेटा आ रहा है, RAM के अंदर जा रहा है, उसको बोलते हैं इनपुट. RAM से डेटा, सोर्स इज व्हाट, RAM, राइट. व्हाट इज डेस्टिनेशन, मॉनिटर. सो रैम से डेटा मॉनिटर को जा रहा है, मींस इट इज कॉल्ड एज आउटपुट. सो आउटपुट स्ट्रीमिंग, सो इनपुट स्ट्रीमिंग, आउटपुट स्ट्रीमिंग. वेरी नाइस. इज वेरी सिंपल वन, राइट. नाउ इन केस ऑफ CPP, C++, right, this IO stream is going to be used because we are dealing with the objects. Who is going to pick up my values from keyboard to monitor, keyboard to RAM? कौन लेके आने वाला है? ऑब्जेक्ट लेके आने वाला है. तो my object is going to pick up the character or pick up the characters from input device to RAM. My object is going to pick up the characters from RAM to monitor. यानी I am having input objects and output object. And where these objects are stored? In iostream.h. That's why this file is very important, right? See why I'm telling you theory, you know, because to write a program it will take hardly, right, 1 minute, but the theory behind it you should know it in detail, right? That's why. Now again I want to print what, hello world. So void main, here I will say again same thing, CLRS. Here procedure is same, what we did it with C language, procedure is same. Now over here, instead of printf, I have to use cout, right? Now anybody will ask you, what is cout? Cout is a implicit object. Implicit का मतलब क्या होता है कि it is defined by the language. I cannot write C1 instead of cout or C2, C3, कुछ भी नहीं लिख सकता हूँ. So I have to write here cout, and this is something called as, right, the output operator, less than sign, output operator, and here I will write hello world, right, semicolon, and I will say get ch. Now I will press file and go to the save button. Again, where I am going to save my file, in e_65. Here I will write hello1.cpp instead of .c. Now I am going to save as the file as .cpp. ये बात ध्यान में रखो, right? If you are working on C, you have to store it as .c. If you are working on C++, .cpp. Here I will say OK. So you can just say hello1.cpp, right? Now here again I will not go to the options, checking the directory, not like that. It once you are done it, fine. Here I have to just give the command compile. Again, no warning, no errors, so fine. Whatever we have written the syntax, these are correct, right? No issue, right? So obj file again create हुआ रहेगा. Let's go and check. Checking करना जरूरत है, right? I am again go to the DOS shell, CLS, clear the screen. I will say dir h*1, right, dot star, because I know last word is what, h, last word is 1. So I am getting here, you can just see hello1.cpp. Now I have created hello1.obj file has been created. hello1.obj file मुझे मिला. So if I am getting this obj file, उसका मतलब है you have compiled your file successfully, right? Now again I will say exit. I will go over here, and here I will press make the file. Before running, first of all I have to create the file. Create यानी क्या? Make a exe file. So here I have make the exe file. Confirm. DOS shell में जाओ, CLS. Here again you just check dir h star dot star. Just see, here I have created a hello1.exe file. Fine. Now here I will just type hello 1, that's it, hello 1, and I will press enter. See, my program is being run, right? Again I will come back, same thing I have done, nothing, right? EXIT, again I have to go back to the Turbo C editor, right? So this is very very important. I have to go for C out, right? And this is my syntax. Less than is the operator, right? This is output operator. Input operator is exactly opposite of it, right? So over here, C in is an object, right, where I can able to input something. मुझे इनपुट लेने का है तो सी इन ले लो, आउटपुट लेने का है तो सी आउट ले लो. वेरी सिंपल, right? Just see now, I will say int I, right? And here instead of hello world, just write something like enter the value. मुझे value enter करने का है. Now see in what? See in I. That's it. That's it. Now just see here, I don't have to write down the specifier. What is the meaning of specifier? Right. So instead of C in, जैसे C में आप लोग क्या करते थे, scanf. मुझे क्या करना पड़ता था, scanf. Right. Here I have to write %d and then %i. This is what is the syntax. Here I have to write here %i to get input, and I have to write here %d. %d stands for decimal value, right? And this is the syntax for C language. Now over here, if I am using C++, so I am using the objects only, C in and C out. So over C in, I don't require any kind of specifier. So I will just say C in greater than I. Just I have to input the I, right? So if I just again go for it, okay, I will first compile, syntax is correct. I will make the file, and from here I will not run. I will go to the DOS shell, right? Here I have already got the exe file, so I will just check or compile or run directly. HELLO1, hello 1. See, enter the value 10, and here nothing has been placed. Why? Because I have not print the value. That's why nothing has been printed. So let's print it, that also. How can you print it? Again you go over here. Now here I know I have to write C out I. You can concatenate भी कर सकते हैं. Let's check. Compile the code, right? Make the code, and from here also you can run Control F9. 10, whatever you have entered, it is displayed. You can write here entered value. वैसा करके आप concatenate कर सकते हैं, right? So this is what is the no. This is one more program, right? Here is a program which is listed in your practical list. It's very simple. What I want to do, I want to print whether the number is even or odd. That's it. And just see the syntax, right? Again I will say less than end L. End L का मतलब है /n. Next line, I want to enter the data or print the next line, right? Then I have to write here end L, right? End N लिखना पड़ता है C++ में. So same thing you can you would have done it in C language में क्या करते थे आप लोग, /n means new line. Here I have to write NL. Only this much difference. You can just see, right? Same thing we have done it in previous program, right? First clear the screen, then you declare the variables. I want one number, so I have taken number, and then I have to check the condition. So for that purpose I have again taken one more variable. C out, program to print whether the number is entered is even or odd. NL means next line. Then you say enter the number, and C in, you take a number. So this what we have done it just now. नंबर लेने के बाद में क्या किया है, नंबर को आपने परसेंटेज किया, राइट? %2 what it is going to do, right? It is going to give you the remainder. So remainder is this value, some value, and this value I am going to check. If I am getting that value equal to 0, then I will say C out, the number is even. Else I will say number is odd. Very simple program, very simple program. This is the end of if and this is the end of program. Curly bracket close. Very simple program, right? You should know this program, right, as it is there in your experiment list, right? What I have done, again I am repeating, go on, I will explain this. See out, right? Let's explain it from this notepad से मैं आपको explain करता हूँ, not from this C editor, right? I think from here also you can see this. You can see the desktop. Anybody? Desktop दिख रहा है ना? मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ दिख रहा है आपको?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very nice. So I will go to the Turbo C. Turbo C. Here you can see the folder where we have created, right? Right, and see this hello world. Now you can just see the icons, huh? Icons देखो कैसे है. Hello C++ source code. Then you are having this application का मतलब है exe file. So if I just double click on it, right? Okay. And if you are having this DOS prompt, your program will get run automatically. That you don't record in Turbo C. Right. Now just see hello one है तो है ही है. Right. I'm having a lot of programs in one folder. See, these are the program. I have just made the lab manual for you also, you people. सब प्रोग्राम मैंने एक साथ एक वर्ड फाइल ही बनाए, तो आपको मैं फटाक से दे दूंगा. सो आपको भी टेंशन नहीं, आपको भी मालूम पड़ेगा क्या कौन से प्रोग्राम्स है. बट आफ्टर यू नो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स आर देयर, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ईच वन, देन इट्स फाइन, राइट? सो देखो, वी विल स्टार्ट विथ नाउ. दिस इज अवर मेन. ये आपका मेन है. So your program starts with this main, right? This I told you, this is what IO stream. IO stream is nothing but what input output streaming.h file, right? So first you clear the screen and then you declare the variables. This is very important, right? You cannot go like this. You know, first of all you declare first you declare the variables and then you clear the screen. Vice versa. You have to first clear the screen, clear the console of your monitor, and then you go declaring the variables, right? And then, as I told you, this is what cout program to print whether the number is even or odd, and this is what is important, /n. This is same as you are doing /n in scanf, right? Next, cout, enter the number, in number. So you have taken the number. This operator is very important, right? This is a percentage which will give you the remainder, right? And if that remainder, if I am saying that number is equal to 0, then I will say number is even, else the number is odd, right? So this is my first program, right? So again you tell me that have you installed C++ at your place?
Yes.
Just say,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay. Now see, what I am showing you is a C++, right? Okay, now all of you are having, you may be one of the students. I think he told me that I am having the one more editor like C++ editor. Editor can any editor you can use it. Either use Turbo C editor or any other editor you use it. First of all, this syntax, right, must be the same, right? क्या होता है if I am using Borland C++ editor, if I am using Visual Studio C++ editor, so Visual C++ का syntax ही पूरा अलग है. Where I have to use windows.h file. If I am using Borland C editor, तो उसका syntax अलग है. That's why. So syntax matters. So what is going to happen? You know, if you write down the anything, any other syntax, you know, the program will work, right? लेकिन जो external आएंगे, the programmer or examiner is going to check your program. They will check, you know, whether you are following the standards or no. And standard says that you stick with this standard like that. That's why. If the other editors are supporting the same syntax, same grammar, everything is same, so no matter, you use any kind of editor, the editor is not going to make a lot of difference at all, right? So this is what of you can say the first program right, which I would like to suggest to you, right? And then I have got a lot of list of programs, so let's take one by one, right? These programs are made by your the क्या बोलते हैं last year students only, where I have taught them the C++ and Java, both the things. So I think this is the same program. Let's go for the different one. And all these programs I will put it in our classroom, right? So you guys don't worry about it. So from where you will get, right? So everything I will tell to you, right? So now you can see, write a program to find factorial number. So I don't think so. Now you know what is the factorial number, right? Factorial number मालूम है? Yes,
Yes, sir.
students. Okay, so I think once I will take the quiz, or like that, and I will ask to one by one student. Then I think I will come to know whether all of you are knowing this concept or no, right? Because I do not want only one or two students who will just answer, and other students will just sit idle, right? Because it's not face to face communication, one to one communication. That's why I cannot able to see. I cannot able to see your faces as well, right? Because I am not knowing whether you are in sleepy mood or what. It's 2 o'clock after lunch. I am not knowing your mood. That's why just I have to ask in between. So hash include iostream.h. This you are taken conio.h, right? And this very simple program. Factorial is nothing but it. If I am taking factorial, let's say it will start with the 2 factorial, right? We will start with the 3 factorial. Any number if you put, then what we know, we go reverse, 3 into 2 into 1, and let's stop the loop, and whatever you will get a result, it's your factorial number. Very simple one, right? So what you done, first you see out, input the number for the factorial number, and you input it greater than and n, you input the number. Then you are having the do while loop, right? And which loop is better, whether do while or for loop. It's not like that. Any loop you can able to take it, right? So there is no restriction. So do it. Do means what? First you execute this. If any kind of error is there, then you do it. Now this is the difference between do while and while, right? Everybody is aware of this, right? Do while and while. Basic question था C language में. While में क्या होता है? File में first the condition is checked, and if this condition is true, then only it is going inside. Whereas over here, do means at least one time you execute this, and if there is any error, then you don't go, right? This is how it is going to be a differ, do while and while. So what you do this, right? Factorial, whatever value 1 is there, it is going to be, right? It is going to be multiplied by with your I, right? So this I is there, right? One by one. Now you go on incrementing I, right? पहले 1 को 1 से multiply किया, then I को increment किया, तो 2 में पहुंच गया, right? Now here you are going to check what I means, whatever you increment the value, 1 को 2 किया, so 2 is less than equal to 2. If I enter 2, then it is going to check, is it same? Yes. So equal to है ना, तो वापस लूप में जाएगा, इक्वल है तो वापस लूप में जाएगा, वापस वो चेक करेगा, वापस वो इधर आके 2 into 1. Now it will say 2 into 1. 2 is what? I is 2, right? Factorial तो 1 ही है ना, factorial तो 1 ही है, and 1 previously भी 1 है. Why? Because उसका output भी 1 आया है, right? So 2 into 1, yes, 2, right? I plus plus means I का value हो गया 3. Now here I have entered only 2, इधर मैंने तो 2 ही enter किया है. So here it's going to check 3 is greater than equal to 2. No, the condition is false. So it is going ahead. It will go ahead over here. See out, factorial number is what? Fact. Means whatever result is there, 2 into 1 तो 2 ही था ना पहले वाला, तो इधर जो भी result आएगा वो value इधर print हो जाएगा. It's like this. So let's say if you put input 5, so this is the output I have given. This is the output screen. So if you input 5 instead of 2, insert 5. तो 5 क्या है? तो 5 का आएगा पहले, क्या आएगा? Factorial 1 into 1. So 1 आया, I value बढ़ा दिया, I value हो गया 2, 2, while 2 is less than 5, right? Yes, it will go ahead over here, right? Now अभी इधर I को और मैंने इंक्रीमेंट किया है, so 1 into 2, अभी 2 आया, अगेन I का वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंट हो गया 3, then 4, then 5, तो 5 इक्वल टू है ना, तो 5 भी अंदर जाएगा, राइट? और जब भी I का वैल्यू 6 होगा, 6 is less than equal to n, no, right? Then it will stop the loop and then it will go ahead. This is how the loop has been executed, right? So I think all of you are aware of this, पहले आपको मालूम है, but still you know some syntax differs in C++. C++ में आपको C in and C out से deal करने का है. Otherwise, as C++ is a sister of C language, all the syntax, whatever syntax you did it, you are written it for the C language, all these syntax are going to be applied in your, right, C++, right? Many of the things are there common in case of your the object oriented also, right? That is Java programming, many syntax are similar, right? But just we have to deal there as objects, right? Here two objects are common, C out and C in. These two objects are common for you, right? Where C out is going to be used to print the screen, to print the data on the monitor. C in is going to be used to get a data from the keyboard, and all these values are coming from the console, right? So clear the screen, right? Get ch, all these functions are available in conio.h, whereas C in and C out is being there in iostream.h, right? इधर तक समझ में आया क्या आपको सबको? Yes.
Yes.
Right, the students who cannot able to speak, just they can write here yes in chat box, or no, whatever. If you are not understood, please write down no. If you are understood, please write down yes, but I want all the answers,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so this is very important that you should know this. Let's go ahead, right? Let's check this particular program, right? Write a program to print a number in reverse order, right? So number in reverse order, like I will just write, enter the number 1 2 3, and your output will be 3 2 1. That's it. How you are going to do it? It's very simple. पहले क्या करो, पहले उसको मॉड करो, परसेंटेज से पहले आपका रिमाइंडर ले लो, देन उसको मॉड करो, राइट? मॉड का सिंबल, व्हाट इज मॉड? डिवाइजर, यू विल गेट डिवाइजर, यू विल गेट रिमाइंडर, राइट? तो यानी मैंने क्या किया, 123, राइट? 123, उसको क्या किया, 10 से पहले डिवाइड किया, सो 10, here I will get 23, so whatever I will get, right? अभी 1 2 3 का डील कर रहे हैं ना, so let's say अभी 1 2 3 डील कर रहा हूं, तो आउटपुट कैसे आएगा देखो, हाँ, it's very simple, right? Now I am doing these two things, 10 से ये करो और mod भी करो. This is mod operator, huh? Mod, mod. I think you are knowing this, right? I am not going in C now again, right? This is the division operator, this is the mod operator. Division I will get this thing, right? Mod I will get this thing, remainder, right? So 1 2 3, so right, so output I will get 1, here output I will get 23, right? So 1 है, so पहले output में मैंने 1 आउटपुट डाला, राइट? बिकॉज आई वांट टू प्रिंट रिवर्स, तो पहला यूनिट आ गया 1, अभी 23 आ गया, राइट? सो 23 को नाउ यू स्टार्ट विथ 23 से डिवाइड करो, मॉड करो, राइट? तो आपको बचता है हियर 2, 3 आ गया, अगेन यू डू इट, डू दिस डिवीजन, डू दिस मॉड, you will get 3, and once you will print this value, you will get 3 to 1. This is how, right, you have to go for this. और इसके लिए देखो कौन सा ऑपरेशन यूज किया है, while. See this is going to be there while n not equal to 0, और ये ऑब्वियसली लास्ट नंबर जाएगा तभी आपको इधर जीरो ही आएगा ना. इफ इट इज नॉट इक्वल टू जीरो तब तक ये करते बैठो. क्या क्या करने का है? ए इक्वल टू एन मॉड एन डिवाइड बाय एन डिवीजन एन मॉड 10. आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी, दिस इज मॉड. आपको मुझे बोलना चाहिए रे बाबा. इफ आई एम टेलिंग यू सम रिवर्सिंग, राइट, ये फटाफट ये इधर मैं टाइप भी कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा है. दिस इज मॉड and this is division, right? Okay, just see it, right? So a equal to n mod 10, see out a print करो यानी 1 print किया. n equal to n mod 10, so you will get 23. Again this 23 is not equal to 0. Yes, 3 is not equal to 0, right? And if it is equal to 0, then the negation is there. If this condition is false, then it terminate the loop and it will go out of this loop, right? This is how it will work. So this is very very important, huh? Right? I am extremely sorry. What is mod sign? Mod sign is this. Percentage is your mod sign and the division sign is only division, right? Please clarify this, huh? मैंने थोड़ा सा पहले गलत बोला, but you clear the things. Okay? Have you got any doubt in this particular program? Again, it's very simple program. See, all of you have to do it, huh? ये मैं लिस्ट में डालने वाला हूँ. All these programs I am going to put it in the list of your practical, and you should do this. आएगा आपको करने को? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. 1 second, huh? I will just rub the things because it will get display on the other screen also. Okay. So after after going through these 2-3 programs, right? Now what I want to suggest you that please go through the programs. Whatever I will upload this video, so you will get this particular program as well. And please look at the syntax and this thing. You will come to know everything, right? Now last lecture what we have studied, right? We have studied some object oriented programming, right? And we have started with something called as what is the meaning of object, right? What is the meaning of object, so and so forth, right? So let's continue with the theory, right? So some practical part I have taken. Now let's go for the theory. I will just open the sketchbook. Now the theory behind is like this. Once you are talking about the object and classes, first of all I should know what is the meaning of object. So last time I have told you what is the meaning of object. Object is nothing but an instance of a class. So class kya hai bhai? So class is what? It is the main, where you can define the different kinds of methods, different kinds of attributes of this particular class, right? जैसे हम लोग employee is a class, राइट? यानी क्या? एम्प्लॉय को 2 आंख होगा, 2 कान होगा, राइट? 1 मुंह होगा, 2 हाथ होंगे. इट्स अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. These are the properties, right? These are the properties. And what are the functions? Work. The employee is working, right? Employee is running, employee is doing the task. So do, work, all these are the methods of that particular employee class, right? So this thing we have studied, that the class is having the properties. What kind of properties? Number 1, it should have the attributes, it should have the variables, means attributes, and it should have functions. Now in object oriented terminologies, the functions are called as methods, right? So method hota hai, right? So if you look at this particular thing, let's say I am having a class, right? And I am having different kinds of attributes, right? And the methods, right? So these are the attributes, these are the methods. Fine. Now this class is something called as static class. Class is always in static. Now what is the meaning of static? Static है तो dynamic भी रहेगा. Fine, dynamic भी है अपने पास, right? तो ये मीनिंग समझ के ले लो, हाँ, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस बोथ थिंग्स? नाउ जस्ट सी, लेट्स से दिस इज अवर रैम, ये अपना है रैम, right? Now what happens, this class, right? I have written one program, right? Let's say I have written one program called as first.cpp. ये प्रोग्राम मैंने लिखा है. अभी आपने जो अभी प्रोग्राम जो हम लोग ने देखा उसमें क्या है, ओनली सी आउट एंड सी इन, दैट्स फाइन, बट इट्स नॉट ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड लाइक programming we are doing it, right? We have to define the class, we have to open the objects in dynamic runtime, so you must have the relationship between the two classes, right? And everything is like this. If you do the programming, then it is supposed to be called as a object oriented programming. Otherwise it still is a structured programming. Even if you are using C out, C in, these are the objects, but still it is structure oriented programming, right? So RAM में देखो, अभी मैंने प्रोग्राम लिखा first.cpp, उसमें मैंने एक क्लास लिखा है, क्लास स्टूडेंट. अभी कैसे ना, व्हाट इज द सिंटैक्स, हाउ यू आर डिक्लेयरिंग द क्लास, right? How you are going to call the methods and everything, that we will do it afterwards, then that you don't worry. Basic concept is like this. What I am going to do now, this is there in my hard disk, fine. ये तो मेरे हार्ड डिस्क में मैंने सेव करके रखा है ना फाइल, राइट? मैंने उसको ओबीजे फाइल बनाया, फाइन, राइट? मैंने उसका exe फाइल बनाया, it is also fine. Now what happens? Now I am running this particular program. रन करते हैं का मतलब क्या है? First of all, you should, this is my hard disk, I pick up this exe file from hard disk and I load it inside a RAM. So RAM में ये मेरा एक मेमोरी है, right? इसमें memory is partitioned into different rows and columns. Partition किया जाता है. हार्ड डिस्क का पार्टीशन वो अलग है. दिस इज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट रैम, राइट? इट्स कॉल्ड एज पेजिंग सम टेक्निक, सो दैट यू डोंट गो इन डिटेल. लेट्स से आई एम लोडिंग दिस exe फाइल फ्रॉम हार्ड डिस्क टू रैम. सो इधर मेरा exe फाइल आ गया. जस्ट आई लोड दिस exe फाइल फ्रॉम हार्ड डिस्क टू रैम, आई हैव नॉट स्टार्टेड एग्जीक्यूटिंग. एग्जीक्यूशन अभी हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया नहीं है. ओनली आई लोड द प्रोग्राम. I means who I am a loader. हाँ, मैं लोडर हूँ. कंपाइलर ने कंपाइलर का जॉब किया है, लिंकर ने लिंकर का जॉब किया है. नाउ आई एम अ लोडर, आई एम एग्जीक्यूटर. सो बिफोर एग्जीक्यूटिंग, इधर एग्जीक्यूट होगा फाइल, बट बिफोर एग्जीक्यूशन आई हैव टू फर्स्ट लोड द प्रोग्राम ना. प्रोग्राम को मुझे हार्ड डिस्क से इधर लाना पड़ेगा. इट इज कॉल्ड एज लोडर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द फाइल हैज बीन लोडेड फ्रॉम हार्ड डिस्क टू रैम, एंड दिस इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज स्टैटिक. स्टैटिक रन टाइम, ये सब रनिंग पे ना, वॉट एवर इज देयर इन रैम इट इज रन ओनली, बट देयर आर टू टाइम्स, दो टाइम उसको बोला जाता है. वन इज कॉल्ड स्टैटिक रन टाइम. स्टैटिक का मतलब क्या है? जस्ट लोड द प्रोग्राम फ्रॉम हार्ड डिस्क टू मेमोरी, दैट्स इट. आफ्टर लोडिंग इट, देन यू स्टार्ट एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ द फाइल. आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ द फाइल, एंड दिस इज something called as dynamic रन टाइम. इसको डायनामिक रन टाइम बोलते हैं. स्टैटिक रन टाइम एंड डायनामिक रन टाइम, यू गॉट अ डिफरेंस? वेरी सिंपल. आई एम जस्ट लोडिंग द प्रोग्राम फ्रॉम हार्ड डिस्क टू रैम, ओनली आई एम लोडिंग इट. इट इज कॉल्ड एज स्टैटिक रन टाइम. And once I execute it, actually execution जब भी start होता है, it is not executing in the same area. By the way, in the same area it is not going to execute. It is calling the function. वो दूसरे जगह पे जाके प्रोग्राम execute होता है, वापस इधर आता है. Next function वापस प्रोग्राम execute होगा, वापस आएगा. It's like that. But the area where you are executing a program is different. The area where you are actually loaded the program is different. खाली लोड किया हुआ एरिया है, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं स्टैटिक. एग्जीक्यूशन जब जिधर करते हैं उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं डायनामिक. तो स्टैटिक रन टाइम एंड डायनामिक रन टाइम, दिस टू थिंग्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? दिस रन टाइम, स्टैटिक रन टाइम एंड डायनामिक रन टाइम, इट इज इन एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम, right? Even though you are talk about C, C++, Java, Python, ASP, any kind of program you see, right? दो रन टाइम आपको दिखाई देंगे, एक तो स्टैटिक रन टाइम, डायनामिक रन टाइम. स्टैटिक रन टाइम का मतलब है लोड द प्रोग्राम वेयर यू आर गोइंग टू लोड इट इन द रैम. रैम में आ गया, उसका मतलब है वो स्टैटिक है, अभी तक चालू नहीं हो गया प्रोग्राम. Once you are running the program, actually run जब भी हो रहा है, that time is called a dynamic runtime. So this is very important, you know. And we are saying the class is static runtime. अभी आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. क्लास स्टैटिक रन टाइम है, बराबर है भाई. क्लास स्टैटिक यानी क्या, क्लास जब भी लोड होगा मेमोरी के अंदर, EXE फाइल उसका बन गया, वो मेमोरी के अंदर रन होगा, तो स्टैटिक में ही चला जाएगा ना. स्टैटिक रन टाइम वो स्टैटिक ही है. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू एग्जीक्यूट. हु इज गोइंग टू एग्जीक्यूट? ऑब्जेक्ट. यस, नाउ योर ऑब्जेक्ट इज कमिंग इनटू द पिक्चर. अभी कौन रन हो रहा है भाई? ऑब्जेक्ट रन हो रहा है. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर सेइंग ऑब्जेक्ट इज अ इंस्टेंस ऑफ अ क्लास. ऑब्जेक्ट ये इंस्टेंस है. इंस्टेंस है का मतलब है एट डायनामिक रन टाइम, राइट. एंड हाउ मेनी ऑब्जेक्ट्स यू कैन क्रिएट? n number of objects you can create. Object 1, object 2, object 3, object 4. क्लास एक ही है. You are having one class, but you are having multiple objects of that class, right? What is object? Object is running at dynamic runtime. And what is the actually meaning of the object? Object is an instance of a class. So class is what? Class is at static runtime. Object is what? At dynamic runtime. So this is object number 1, object number 2, object number 3, object number 4. How many objects you want to call? N number of objects. It depends upon your application. कौन सा application कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, उसके ऊपर है, right? This is very very important, right? You got the concept, students? ये concept समझ में आया क्या आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is very very important. हाँ, yes yes. Ask Mayank. You want to ask something?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
हाँ बोलो ना. No, I think you see. Please, I'm again telling you, right? As far as from my side, right? I am just giving you the instructions regarding our C++ and object-oriented, both the things. If you have got any kind of doubt from your side, please unmute your mic at any time and please tell me. Right? Unmute करके मुझे बोलो. Clear? Very nice. And if you can able, if you are having some problem and like this, please type it in chat box. That is also fine for us. See, actually, I have taken a very big concept, or you can say the main concept. In every lecture, I am going to take it, right? So, as far as possible, please don't miss the lecture at all, right? See, watching the video and then making a practice, it's kind of different thing. You will find n number of videos available in the YouTube, n number of videos. लेकिन वो इंटरैक्टिव है क्या? नहीं है. अपना ये लेक्चर कैसा है? इंटरैक्टिव है. That is why online lectures must be interactive. मैं कुछ आपको सिखा रहा हूँ, आपको डाउट है तो इमीडिएटली आप मुझे पूछ सकते हैं. ऐसे YouTube में नहीं होता है, right? YouTube में you are having the video, my video will be also there on YouTube. I am going to upload it, right? But how are you going to ask me at that time? वो time पे, that is also the instance, ना? Right? So we are talking about the instance. This is the instance of a class. At this moment, what is there in your mind? अभी टाइम पे अगर आपको क्वेश्चन रहेगा तो अभी मुझे पूछो. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज इंस्टेंस, राइट? बाद में जाके पूछेंगे तो आप भी भूल जाओगे, राइट? और मुझे भी आपको लिंक करने में मतलब समझ में आया, अरे व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग, राइट? ऑन व्हाट टॉपिक यू आर आस्किंग. आर यू गेटिंग इट? सो प्लीज बी फ्रैंक विद मी, राइट? ओके, so I think only 2 minutes are left. So I just asked the question, what is the object? What is the meaning of object? Kushal, tell me. Kushal Raut, unmute the mic, tell me.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of object?
Hello.
हाँ, object का meaning क्या है बोलो? Object क्या है sir? What is the meaning of
It is,
object? हाँ.
Abstract जो आपण एक क्रिएट करतो प्रोग्राम मध्ये.
It is an
It-
instance of a class.
Of a class.
परत बोल. It is an instance of a class.
Instance of a class.
हाँ, इंस्टेंस ऑफ अ क्लास, राइट? सी, घुमा फिरा के हम लोग वही सेम टॉपिक होते हैं. वेरी नाइस. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट हर्ष डोडिया.
Yes, sir.
यस, व्हाट इज अ क्लास? व्हाट इज क्लास?
Class.
Class is having members, correct?
Yes, class members.
मेंबर्स में तो वेरिएबल्स रहते हैं, मेथड्स रहते हैं,
Objects.
and class, you can say class is a static runtime entity.
हाँ,
This
class
is the
है.
simple definition. Class is, बोलो, class is
Class is
static runtime entity.
static runtime entity.
Very nice. And what is object? Object is an instance of a class.
Yes, and it is a dynamic runtime entity.
अरे very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. अर्चित घरत, हाँ बोल बोल, हर्ष हर्ष बोल, हर्ष टोडिया.
सर ये अगर सी में भी ऐसा होता है, सेम लाइक
सी में, हाँ, स्टैटिक रन टाइम एंड डायनेमिक रन, हाँ, स्टैटिक रन टाइम एंड डायनेमिक रन टाइम ये दुनिया में सब जगह पे होता है. बट द थिंग इज व्हाट, सी इज अ स्ट्रक्चर ओरिएंटेड. सी में ऑब्जेक्ट क्लास नहीं रहता है, राइट?
ओके.
सी में ऑब्जेक्ट क्लास नहीं रहता है, और अपने इसमें क्या रहता है, अपने इसमें ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड में ऑब्जेक्ट क्लासेस रहते हैं.
अच्छा. ओके.
आर यू गेटिंग?
Yes. Sir.
Okay, this
Thank
is
you,
important.
sir.
This is important. Yes, yes, very nice. But you got the concept, huh? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
I think आदित्य पाटील मला वाटतं परत जॉईन झाला तो. One second, I think he is having the problem. I will first stop the recording. 1 second.